Hey, my name is PolishLynx and welcome to Racing Angels Fates Allegiance and surprisingly we are going to be with Sol? Well, that's kind of interesting. Let's see. My lady, I must remind you that you aren't programmed for combat. I know, you've said it a dozen times so far. My mission is the treatment and preservation of life, to care for both the medicinal and creature comforts of my patients. I know, I already said I know. Also that I don't need to take care of my comforts right before we go into battle. Yeah, Alphonse will start getting jealous if another man starts taking care of his winged man's comforts. Forgive me, I do not wish to overstep my bounds and cause strife. Well, Alphonse does have two wings. Maybe if you show your talents with him, he'll break you into his other wing and allow you to get close to Lady Sol. An excellent idea, Lieutenant. All my ideas are... None of your ideas are. She gives me that knowing smirk. Kia knows better than one that there's only one person in the universe that I'm interested in, and well, she's gone. Long gone, and no amount of trying to get me to hook up with a robot is going to bring Lena back. Huh? Some dark thoughts crossed my mind. It wasn't mentioned before, I think. But Kika tries to make me open my heart back up in the weirdest ways. I'm not going to reenact one of those weird stories she tries to write. For someone who has no interest in men sexually, she does seem to have so much fun writing about it. Did you get the smoke bombs in place? In half the time with doubled effectiveness, you're going to be amazed at how effective it is going to be. Well, I hope. So we wanted to put them in a very specific pattern. My pattern was better. It does matter if your pattern was better if we don't know what it is when we put the plan into action. I'm back. Stunners are in position. I'm telling you, for I don't think they work on freaking. But they work on wolf guns and princesses. More importantly, Tsuri. Kia changed the smoke pattern. You're going to have to look for it over. I know, I saw what she did. Moving the wild bomb from the tree to the rock next to it shouldn't have an effect on the plan. Except make it more awesome. Why bother changing it in the first place? It's like adding sprinkles to cupcakes. You don't have to add those little touches, but you totally have to add them if you want to make the tastiest cupcakes ever. Every little thing that tips the scales in our favor is a good idea. We're going to save them no matter what. We are. Indeed. Everyone knows what the stakes are here and it weighs heavily upon each of us, robots aside. I don't know if robots can feel trepidation and the risks awaiting, but Tsuri and Kika have enough to cover it as well. This isn't my first mission with the lives of friends on the line. I've been there before, seen the gamble, and have both won and lost it. Played out the perfect dark plan just for a routing frigate to perfectly reposition itself and put a laser burst into an unsuspecting friend. It scares me a bit how calm and collected I am with the stakes on the line. One of my oldest friends is about to be executed and I'm treating it like another day on the training range. No fear, just cool calculations. Dad always told me it was what was going to make me a good commander one day, even if it made me a terrible lover. I never would have expected me to pray that she was right about that. So you've got another one of those spiders on your shoulder? My hand comes down hard and fast, rewarding me with goop all over my hands. Be a fighter pilot, they said. You just sit there and fly in a metal box all day, they said. Glad to see you're at least a little jumpy. I was starting to worry you had lost all sense of the stakes. Well, someone needs to keep their head. And be spider-proof? I have a reading from the sensors we place along the trails. 20 signatures moving up along with trail without a dozen scattered in various positions along it. Stationary. And it. Good, that's the first bit of good news all day. I was hoping they would only let the chosen few attend the ceremony instead of the whole village. If they had, this was going to get a lot harder and a lot more violent. Moving to position. Are you sure you'll be fine alone, my lady? I've got a star. I'll be fine. Then may the circus guide your path. Made the what? Said what? I taught it to him. I thought it was better than good luck. Thanks, Kika. So, are you sure we shouldn't have just used the shuttle to burn down their village and rescue them that way? Positive. I'm not making their village run red with the blood of my enemies. We aren't the barbarians here, we're Katajions with a code of military conduct. Are the eyes of our friends work that code? I can see lizard brain standing up across the way, tucking her massive wings into a tiny crack. She'd be easily baited into the discussion by Kika, but I'm different. I don't think my personal opinion has any bearing on the code I swore to uphold. We always hold ourselves up to this standard, Kika. No matter how inconvenient it is sometimes, you don't fight monsters, but becoming monsters. Makes sense. But they're friends. That's my minion and sidekick being holding down there. That's your best friend and protege being holding down there. Minion and sidekick. If you want her to keep being your first friend and not be stuck with only me hanging out with you again, you might want to try using the word friend. You know, those days when you still actually hang out with me on exam weren't that bad. Speak for yourself. See, when people don't tell you the truth, it hurts. I do miss those days somewhat and face you, friend. Got it? Yes, Dad. Also, more pressing question, Dad. What are you going to do about your little rebel Kylie? Commander Hackett, Lieutenant Star. Dad! She thinks she's a tribal princess now and is planning on participating in a ritual that sacrifices Katajions. That's treason. I know very well. So I don't like this either, but we might have to consider her an enemy combatant. No, we are going to bring her back in life no matter what. Hopefully this is all just an elaborate ruse by her to not get murdered by the insects. It's not. They are frequent. Whatever you say. So I'll grow up. Same back at you. Okay, I hope it is a ruse. Do not get murdered by the freak with the insect wings. Better. So and I are going to cure the tattoo someday, and if it isn't there, and she doesn't want to come back with us, I'm not leaving it behind. That's a firm hard fact. I'm her commanding officer. If there's even a little shred of loyalty to the horse in her, she'll see the errors of her ways and escape back to the Nimross with us. Fair. Fair? You really expect Kylie to listen to you of all people? What does that mean? Gee, I don't know, it could be the fact that the commander she's supposed to look up to and respect calls her a midget on a nearly daily basis. Don't say it is a term of endearment, okay? You've never said because she was your friend and you liked teasing her for some weird reason like me. You said because you thought it was funny. You just want to be a jerk and hurt her feelings. Some playful raving helps. So you're an asshole. Stop trying to dress it up as something else. You're rude, you're brazen, and you say stuff knowing it hurts other people. Most of the time you're trying to help. I get it, but you are still an asshole. And that's fine for people like me who don't really care because of how amazing I know I am. It annoys me, but words can't touch me and your actions speak far louder. But I'm not everyone. If you learn to get to know Kylie as something other than your talent mechanic and quartermaster, you realize her skin is thinner than our ship's budget. The words of her boss matter to her more than its face should. So will you go down there telling her how terrible she's been acting and how disappointed you are in her? It isn't going to make things better. Who said I was going to tell her how she has abandoned her duties and how disappointed I was in her? Please, I've been stuck with you for almost every single day of the last 4 years. You're so used to the day that is almost dull. The house cat is right, of course, but I'm not going to give her the further satisfaction of knowing she got to me. I was hoping I'd remind Kylie of her duties to the Nimross and she'd come back home. Why can't my damn crewmen just be motivated by their desire to do their jobs? I bet the Raltis and the Rulians don't have these sorts of problems. No, I hate to be born in the Katajion directorship where disloyalty and individuality are shining virtues. I'll just have to play this one by ear then. Kylie can't be too far gone not to at least respond to those claims. I've crossed the primer line, I've got them inside. Good. Everyone stand by for my sign-off. Oh. It begins. It begins. Major, we are running one of time to make our move. Keep the faith, Sergeant. That sounds heroic enough for everyone to keep calm. I don't want to say that I've got no escape plan. After my let of Unbounded coming back to camp, I had been anticipating the same tactics on the way to Shrine. We must have been too loud and they heard our plans. My hands are bound with a rope made of vines, and the freaker who bound them was smart enough to make them tight. Trying to overpower our captors would be an easy way to get stabbed 37 times in the back with a spear. Not that we had any plans in the first place. I wish I wouldn't have specialized in fleet tactics right now. Knowing that the best way to take out this line of enemy freakon would be with close air support doesn't help without the flight of strikers overhead. Keeping the faith in Giga is really all we have left. The light overhead is quickly fading as the day and its protection disappear under the tree line. It's only a matter of time before that creature comes out of the ruins again and makes us probably into a stew. All of us are brought before the running post that I investigated earlier. Glad to know I was correct in my theory that red tint was caused by blood. I always love being right about the worst possible things, obviously. Our bound hands are secured around the top bar of the post, and the second rope snares our feet to the bottom. They don't want us trying to fight for our freedom, for Sergeant Griffin valiantly struggles to keep her muscular legs free. How many people have they sacrificed on this post? I can't imagine it has been too many, or they have run out of people to sacrifice. If I had to wager a guess, I think they must have sacrificed the cons here, which is part of the reason they refused to pursue us further. But they had some sort of prophecy that we were coming, so they prepared this. If we use the crystals to shift in the space between worlds, sending both ships and information, is it possible that whatever the spirits are using that against us? Every moment I consider it, the worse I feel about the situation. These sorts of things are why the space sector has Saito, which means it is my duty to get this information back to command. The lead shaman stands before us with a large stone in hand. She flips it open to a specific page and begins to read it out loud. For Nakata Ashaloon. Okay. Mean anything to you, Major? It's just our spoken form, I think. I have no clue what is being said for. Interesting thought that our two turncoats seem to be translating it just fine. I can't speak for Dr. Moonfo, but I know Flight with Smiggy does know it. Dad does know it, I think anyway. I've ever heard him talk about other languages. He knows Elvish. Oh! He learned it when he was young because... Erlich slams his staff to the ground, the crack of wood on stone ending the conversation. Thank you, my Lord of the Hunt. Heretics, do not interrupt again. Yeah. The three of them go back to speaking their parts in this ancient ritual that none of us can translate. Okay, so either the two of them knew this dead language and we had no clue about it, or the theory that the crystals can have an effect on the mind is becoming more plausible, or they just speak bullshit and no one understands that language. That's also possible. But would effects on the mind teach them a language with native levels of understanding? That's almost possession levels of mind control magics. Like if I was playing a high level bard, which I'd never do because those sort of classes in games bore me. Magic. If someone would have told me what was going on, I think they were talking about a magic fantasy role-playing game. It's preposterous to even entertain the notion food scenes I live in. You know, the real world. Sis always loved reminding me of that, even though she was the one who never left the house. Magic isn't real. Then what is causing this? What is the underlying root? Without another alternative, I'm being forced to accept magic as the temporary answer. If this is magic, then danger we face is 1,000 times more deadly. A wizard could do countless theoretical things against my people, against my home. Once again, it all boils down to my lack of information. I need to get back to the fleet and get more Cytos to back me up. Sorry, if I would have turned tail, the universe might have fallen at this point to a bunch of Maggie. Wait a minute. Kika knows this deck language as well. Did she learn because of her family like she claims, or did she learn it because when she was brought to heel by these things? Did she spend a naturally large amount of time with the crystal studying it? Maybe it was smaller, so it only partially affected her? Maybe she studied the truth? Or are all the people susceptible to this thing on the crew under its influence? How paranoid am I going to start being if I keep going down this trail? The shaman leads Kylie to the pool of water near the path leading here, probably to purify her for whatever the ascension to the position of princess. Probably purging her mind of Kali, or so the giant monster has an easier time eating her. Think, Natalie, think! The sun has almost set and the base is going to be tearing apart your flesh in a couple of minutes at most. You need to get yourself out of this fast. It's no good. Maybe we'll feel tomorrow. Tweet, tweet, tweet! That noise, I know that noise. That's the noise I saw at the Rica would tweet when my mom was away from the window so I could sneak out when I was grounded. That's the noise of rebellion and hope. Get ready, something is about to happen. Good or bad? The cavalry is here. What's your plan, so? Snipers in the trees? Some kind of secret tank you didn't tell me about? I bet it was hidden in. A screaming pain for the noise is drawn out by the attention of a bunch of stunners. Thank goodness I'm still strapped to this pole, because I would otherwise be on the ground rolling around in agony. I've been hit by PD-77s once before as a part of such training. Most people get shock of the blinding and the concussion wave to some degree within about 10 seconds. Me? I'm going to be feeling this one all day. I can faintly hear the proofs of the much more gentle PD-472. Smoke, chargers, and the tickle my nose assures me that my ears haven't completely failed me yet. The sounds of struggles and both laser and slug weapons discharge pierce through the evening hum of bugs. Screams are erupting around me. Focus, Natalie. Get your head back in the game. Officer Miggy? Commander! Did you come to see my son, the new princess? No, I came to get my engine in the back. What are you talking about? She's gone. Nobody wanted her. Everyone thought she was just a worthless little criminal who wasn't worth their time. But I'm better now. I found my place. I hear my true calling and I know things are going to better. They are going to get better, Kylie. Right, sir. I just need to ascend and become one of the great spirits. And everything will be all better. No, ascending won't make things better. You just don't understand. You understood. You're right. I have never understood. Good evening, Major. I do hope those stunners didn't hurt your eyes too badly. I saw the report and tried to position them as best as I could to compensate for you. Thanks for the consideration. My pleasure. Now if you will hold still and as best as you can for the next 21 seconds, I will get you free from those ropes. I understood what it meant being a mentor to my junior officers. To me, you're always so capable that you didn't need my guidance. All I needed was give you an order, and the result was there. Officer McGee, I've always been very impressed by your work. Because I was a husband, right? It would be a lie to say that is not partially true. I underestimated you at first because of that. Then when you kept showing those sorts of results, I knew I had a promising future officer under my charge. You did? Song glanced over his shoulder, clearly ready to switch back to a combat stance. When nothing burst out of the smoke, he continued speaking. Yeah, but my lack of attention led others to use your talents for purposes that you should have never considered doing. I'm sorry, I distanced myself from you when I should have taken a more active role into shaping you into the best officer I know you are going to be. Then why did you bring me up on charges? You were to get rid of me now that I was tainted, didn't you? But they will accept me and my tainted career. I'm going to be princess. I'll be able to be happy once more. I brought you up onto those charges because I believe that you still had greatness you and you were still one of the most valuable people to the force. The deafening roar of the monster echoes out over the ruins. Hurry, Hendrix! Almost finished, my dear. You made some mistakes, some pretty bad mistakes. If I didn't put them in your record, I wouldn't be doing my job as your superior and mentor. So you want to be doomed? If I want you doomed, I had the power to arrest you then. Officer Miggy, the possible charges were severe enough that you were looking at several years in prison if I hadn't phrased things the way I did. You were misguided by a corrupted man. That you would follow him blindly is a fault in both myself as your executive officer and you. We both had to accept our failures. But Kylie, I want to see you overcome this. I want to see you show the strength of heart and rise from this dark stain on your career. We all want our quartermaster back. Flight Officer Kylie Miggy, I believe in you. Please believe in yourself and come back to us once more. Soul lifts up a piece of tattered pink fabric and black plastic. My hat? The Nimross needs his princess back. Commander! Kylie lunges forward, knocking Soul into the water a moment before the Sphinx flying plunge would have cleaved through his head. Soul! Hello, my friend. From the moment you heard my voice, the princess and her prince were suddenly not any of your concern anymore. You want me. It's because I was the one who touched the dark crystal. Do you smell the live presence of the one who decided to challenge you all? Or are you just annoyed that your prey got away? Either way, it wants me with vengeful ferocity. There we go. If you could please head towards the far right corner of the grounds. We have the shuttle waiting for you. How do you have a working shuttle? My dad was fortuitous enough to prepare the second shot with countermeasures. Quite the foresight. How lucky! Is Sol under it as well? Can humans be affected? Am I affected? Probably not if the source of all this is getting ready to bounce me. Get the other three, Hendrix! One of the tribal freakon steps through the smoke in the path of the slowly advancing Sphinx. A talon paw flashes by and the warrior crumples to the ground like finely canned ham. Nothing. Ali or foe seems to be dissuading the creature. If I go back to the shuttle, it is going to kill all of those trying to escape as well. In this moment, they are just going to be turned to munch like the corpse in front of me. Uncaring monster. I know what I have to do. Pretty simple really. I just wish. Hendrix, do you have an explosive on you? Grenades or the like? A spare power core I could overload would work as well. All I have are a couple of spare stunners and my secondary power model. Not good enough. Catch, Major! I pluck something from Sol's uniform and hurls it over the Sphinx. I nearly fumbled the catch but managed to keep my grip on the soaking high explosive grenade. Thanks! Hendrix, get everyone back on the shuttle and take off. If I don't back in time, go without me, it means I screwed this one up. Hello? And tell Zurich how sorry I'm for her and that I'll always be with her. Kind of. Of course. I sprint to the tree line with as much speed as my failing legs can carry me. I hear someone shout my name behind me but I can't stop the turn. The crashing of trees and holes of rage behind me tell me that the first part of my plan is working. That thing is definitely interested in turning me into a proper sacrifice to it. My foot catches some of the vines underfoot and nearly stands me crashing the ground. But I managed to grab an vine in front of me, turning my deadly fall into a swing motion to pull me back up. My heart is pounding as I fly past the advanced green around me. Why didn't I find the time to enjoy it while I still had a chance? Why did I enjoy the greenery in my life while I had the chance? Why? But I know it will carry on without me. Just like the green in my life I care about so much. Duty and determination keep me moving as fast as I can towards the objective point. Just beating a creature this far away is enough to complete the primary objective, but what kind of gamer would I be if I just settled for only the primary objective, right? There are also side missions, side objectives. I intend to win. There it is, I'm going to have one chance at this. I flick the red switch on the grenade, hearing the arming mechanism click into the place. If I time this just right, I spin around the edge of the cliff and let loose my fastball special right over the head of the beast. One grenade isn't enough to more than wound something that could shrug off rifle rounds so easily, but Saito are about targeting weakness, not overwhelming firepower. Clean hit. The explosion burns into the feathery wings on the monster. I can see fear in its eyes as it recognizes that it has fallen perfectly into my trap. With that much momentum and broken wings, you're going straight off this massive cliff to your death below. And the match is 1-0 for humanity. Yeah. Now I just need to dodge out of there. So this is it. My last few seconds on this mortal plane of existence. The wind whipping my hair around me, the last lights of the day fading out, and the sensation of knowing of the lives I saved. If I have to die, I think this is the best way I could have done it. With honor, I died like a Saito should. Like a warrior should. A warrior! I just wish I could have seen mine one last time before eternal darkness takes me. Felt her smooth tail wrap protectively around me. I wish I could have told her I never meant it. I wish I could have told her how much I cared. How much she meant to me, how much I loved her. Words I will never get to say. I don't want to die with regrets, but at least I can rest easy knowing she escaped. I won't be forgotten here. Mom and sis will know that I won't make it home for the holidays. Maybe eventually we'll visit them, but be given the place that I should have given her in my family. Yeah, I like that thought. My final thoughts of my family. New and old. Goodbye! Or not really? Hello? Game? Oh, okay, dots. Didn't notice. Not! Wing stuck in like a throwing dart, my emerald bacon of hope comes slipping towards me. I knew it. At an unbelievable speed. Is this my mind trying to make my devils more verbal? My security officer, my friend, my lover, sink me off. Goodbye. Not today, not ever. Gotcha! 3. Hold tight. I'll never let go. That's my line. Sorry, I'm sorry, I didn't try to work it out. Sorry, I didn't try to make you understand. I just Don't say it. I didn't tell you. Maybe that's just why the fates decide I didn't deserve to die, so these words wouldn't haunt me for the rest of my afterlife. I love you, sorry. Even you were upset with me. You were still trying to separate me from danger. Even I turned my back on you to walk down this path. I don't want you to let go of me. Not now, not ever. I just said yes. I'm a scientist and I walk dangerous path. I fear this is only going to get more dangerous as the days go by if my thoughts are correct. This scholar needs to be a warrior. I don't see any scholar here. I hold in my arms a brave warrior. Sorry, but you still want this world. I still wanna be warrior at your side. I love you, Nat. Forever, Zuri. Woo! But did they survive? With each adventure in my life, the value of a warm shower and a British uniform goes up exponentially. Makes sense. Well, I did manage to somehow spill some of my tea from the cup onto the desk, so I had to take a little break. Luckily enough, I barely had anything, so yeah, it's fine. Luckily enough, the electronics were flooded by the freaking tea, so that's a good thing. Anyway, let's continue. I think we've gone with the scent of berries and so on. I brush my hair, letting the remaining droplets of water get swept away by the prongs. When we get back home with this new batch of information, I'm going to get a new haircut. Maybe try adding some black highlights to it. What? You seem happy. I was just thinking of something pretty stupid. It's good to see you smile again. It's good to see you at all. I wasn't worried at all. I knew you were out there covering my back. One of these days you're going to get us in the situation we aren't going to get out of. But today is not the day, so what's up? I can imagine a shipmaster is taking time out of his busy day to make sure I didn't drown in the showers. I just want to see your face. Well, here it is, still a little wet, but mostly definitely here. It's a face hiding a brilliant mind. I don't know how much so fortunate to land you as a friend. Okay, so something is up. Last time you were like this was when you asked me out when you were drunk. Do you dip into the contraband stash again? You know, I haven't touched the bottle since last night. That's not what Faye said. Twice. I have touched it twice since then, and no night is not one of those nights. There we go. That's the grumpy, all I know. Come on, where's the banter about how you were always grumpy because I act like I'm playing a game with my life? Natalie, twice today I thought I'd lost you forever. Twice. Yeah, but I'm here. Aren't I? And the spooky ghost, right? Almost lost you, Kikan, Fonzie, and Faye today. Do you know how many friends I would have had left? But we survived. By the stroke of God looking over you, I would have been left alone in this world if all of you would have perished. I've grown used to burying my friends over the years, watching them take lasers and missiles meant for me. I've seen all the ones who finished up their service and transfer away, never to be heard of again. I know you are still here, Natalie. I just want to see your face again too. I pulled so tight with a hug. Woo! It's okay, now soul, we're still here. I know, I'm not really with rubbish, but it has been a rough day. It has been a rough day for both of us. Oh, you seem to be having the best day of your life being cradled in Zuri's arms. You saw that? I could have brought the ship around faster, but I figured you wanted a little more time with her. We were just catching up. I'm just glad both of you are putting your presumptions aside. I was worried she wasn't going to listen to me. Who does? Fair point. Commander, I want your time. Hello, Caddy. Glad to see you back in your form. Yeah, Major, it's good to be clean head. Sorry for interrupting report to Commander, but I do want to ask you a few questions about what went down there. Major, this is going to sound like a major dodge, and I've already seen it, but I don't remember much of what happened on the planet. And some were being positive, it is a dodge by a girl trying to save her car and trying to prove that wizards are ruining my day. I know which my spirits would believe. What do you remember? I remember landing in the jungle and thinking I was dead. I knew if I didn't die here, I was going to be lame for the fire and be arrested. Everything just felt so dark. Then I started hearing drums, so I went chasing off after them. I remember finding some of those freakon with the shiny wings, and then I was doing stuff and talking to people, but the details are all hazy. The next thing I knew for sure happened was the commander coming to save me. He was so tall and handsome that we just needed of you what you were doing. It's hard to say for sure. Her feelings towards him might be an influencing factor. Not my feelings, I just thought he was cool and we gave me my help back. I knew right then and there that my loyalty is like with the commander. Because you're a Katajion and I'm a superior, right? Yes, sir! Okay, the romance is in the air here. I think that's enough. It matches the description of Faye's loyalty to her mommy and friends, helping her break free from the grip as well. I'm glad the Kali did rise. I do only want what's best for her. Yeah, my commander noticed me! I just finished cleaning up the lounge, sir. I was hoping you could come with me to give me it an inspection. Should probably test out the dispensers as well. I think the Sci-Fi ice cream one's working well. Kylie's eyes light up as she picks up the idea behind the suggestion. Really? That's an awesome idea, ma'am. I lean in close and whisper in his ear. So, consider this a bonding extras with your quartermaster who needs a role model in her life other than Colonel Nelson. Just want me to think about someone other than Lena. To me too, or to make a friend, so. First Kika tries to hook me up for a robot, now we try with a junior officer. Can I just manage my green bees? Nope! Alright, let's go check out your work, Officer Miggy. Yes, sir! It's one person. Wait, did he? Is it me, or when they were fading away, his hand was like around her arm? Arm? No, not the arm. Well, you know what I mean, probably, but whatever. God damn it. What was the word? Let's have a look one more time. Wait! Oh, that's her hand. Okay. Never mind then. That's one person of my interrogation list. I was thinking about waiting until I got some real rest, but something about seeing Kylie drag solo off with a cheery smile on her face once more inspired me. Saving the world and saving friends means sleep can wait. I need to find the next mind control person and get their story. Awry seemed rather disoriented on the right bed. Not as disoriented as his head shaman who forced her way onto the shuttle to stay with her god, but pretty disoriented nevertheless. Alphonse was most upset at letting her come with us, but I'm rather impressed at Higa's cool negotiation of letting her on board in exchange for confessing all of what she knows about the spirits and surrendering her weapons. The cat's fault. Kika was completely correct that we should have left them behind, but by the time we realized that they had hidden away in the cargo compartment, it was too late. Granny promised me that she would have them house-trained by the time we make it back to port. I know there are some regulations for personnel and service animals, but all of those boil down to Shipmaster's directive. I can't imagine Sol letting them stay if they aren't useful. But Amutsi seemed to let slip that they were a type of spirit, and they do seem to be brighter than an ordinary wildcat. There might be something worth investigating here. When I asked him about it on the shuttle, he seemed to have completely forgotten what he had said. Perhaps it was because of the hampered mental facilities from crashing the shuttle. But my paranoia regarding possible mind influencing means I have to consider him to be untruthful. Everyone is a suspect again. I had been forced to think about hating my friends. Natalie! Hey Faye, will Hendrix let you out of the med bay? He wants me to go back tonight and make sure there isn't any lasting damage. Other than the lasting damage you're already suffering from me? More than just my weak heart was broken on this adventure. I'm weak heart, I'm coming to terms with what Arya says my father has done. Metaphorically speaking, that was still just heart damage. Maybe you are onto something about your soul score being part of that group of vassals? Can I ask you a favor? Of course. I want you to come with me when I go in there and feel I confront his crimes alone. What are you going to do? I hate my culture, there is no distinction of crimes. If my father has been nothing more than a common criminal, then I carry the burden as well. From what I've gathered, your father is the common criminal. He got enough power to buy off a massive debt on a reward battling, and I would be surprised if he wasn't at least a mid-level boss. But that's not a sin you've committed. You can't blame yourself for what he's done. What if it was your family? What would you do? Same thing my stern I always did whenever we had a disagreement about what the other was doing. We'd fight, bicker, and squabble until we found a way to butt heads in a way that would declare a victor. If my sister decided to turn into a criminal, I would bring her to justice. I expect she'd do the same. I guess we're too different than the Lupita family. I just should support my father, even if I don't agree with him, but this isn't something I can allow myself to do. Hey, no need to go about it. You just need to make him see that he needs to change his ways before he ends up hurting you more. But what he's done? Look at it this way. If he hadn't joined the forces of evil, Arya would have been put to death or worse. What's worse than death? You don't want to know, Faye. You don't want to know, really. While what they showed us in class might not have been that peculiar cartel, I've seen enough to know that there are things far worse than death. But you know, don't you? Why else would you push yourself so hard past your breaking point? Because I'm scared. I'm scared who I'll become after joining. I'm scared of who I'll be if I lose the most important part of me. I'm scared of leaving you all and then having nobody to come back to after the surgery. I'm just a little Bob sometimes. Who knows, she has to change and accept her changes, but that's why I'm terrified of going through the door. Will it be Faye who walks out it again? But I have to do this. I'll never get to sleep tonight if I don't find the answers to my questions. Plus, Kika would never let me hear the end of it. She knows what a friend who wants anyone being able to carry their tail high and proud. I'm right beside you. We all are. I'm ready. I wish you had not brought her into this, but your reasoning is solid. Just put some normal clothes on. Forgive me? I was forgiven. Just save me after all. Father! Oh, hey, I thought you were still rescuing that kind of robotic Doctor, sorry. I needed to see you. Do not fret, my pup. I'm safe now. You and friends help bring me back home. There's stuff I need to know. I need to understand. You must have many questions. I will do my best to answer to them to my utmost capability. I'm glad to hear that. Whoa, someone was unhappy to decide to drop in on this moment. I bet he thought he'd reveal his big secret to his daughter and try to bring her into the fold now that she knows. Sorry, Doctor, but Faye will follow the captain in the Katajion space sector, and they're not going to risk losing more officers to criminal men. Lazy and superstitious, but Faye holds the trust of her peers and devotion to learning. I'm not losing her. Even if leaving you three alone and recording conversation of the newcomers, Tom would have been probably the only way for certain outback the bad guys. Please, let him just confess. About that case, I have no real evidence to arrest him. Forgive me, but your name has slipped my mind. This is Natalie Puccile. She's my roommate and friend. She's also Saito. What? Please forgive me, but I'm not very current on Katajion terminology. That look of annoyance tells me you know very much what a Saito is and what I'm looking to gather here. She's an investigator looking into special cases for the fleet. That certainly is a quite exciting lifestyle for an old researcher like myself. I remembered how worried you were that you weren't going to make friends joining up. That's the story you're going to with? You're just a Mariaka Institute scientist and nothing more. I'm also quite a talented chef. You must try my special Limbardi noodles. Are they to die for? I think mine are better. I was the one who always cooked in camp. Are you talking about those noodles we had when Surika was locked up? You had some? Then they really are to die for. I do most of the cooking when we were traveling together as well. I did. Okay. Sister with such a father who lacks cooking skills. Speaking of Arya, surely confessed to who you are and what you do. Members of the Rabbin Cartel and one of the most notorious drug boss in the sector. A terrible lie that I refute to my utmost. Tell me, did she present you any proof of these accusations? She did, but the tribe is still in possession of it. Interesting. So you have no solid proof of her words and then a non-existent box. Who said anything about the box? Why did you do it, Dad? I have not broken my core tenet. What is it, my ragged pup? Everything we do is to gain a better understanding of the world we live in. Everything for knowledge. But aren't there bounds? Never in the pursuit of one's science. Oh, there are. No, Dad. You have to know your bounds. You can't give up your belief in making the world a better place to just learn more about it. I'd never become a poacher to learn more about my cute fuzzy friends. You sound very much like your mother. Is this why Mom left you? Ulrich props himself up against the smooth metal blockhead, looking more like a thug than the wise scientist face always claiming he is. Saito, are you going to fruitlessly try to tear me away from my family as well? No. Huh? Are we going to punch him? Knowing how much he hurt his daughter did the most punishment I'll be able to master. If he loves you as much as I think he does, that's the most painful thing imaginable. But regular punishments, the ones the law would try to give, Without any solid proof, we'd have a hard time holding him. There would be a big investigation that might be able to put together enough clues to bring him to trial, but it would put a lot of lives in danger for him. Well, it would bring reprisals on your adopted sister. When they expect they come after me and my family for challenging them, things would get incredibly angry with only the slightest chance that your father would ever be punished. He deserves prison for peddling drugs, impressively potent drugs from what I've seen. But cold disappointment is the best I can manage by being found with a massive criminal organization. Ulrich, if you're anything like Faye, I bet you just study the chemistry behind your trade. You don't care about how or what it is used for. You just want to learn your little science in the only ivory tower that funds it. But when you get killed someday in raid or some gang of or over crap you don't even care about, I just hope you understand how destroyed Faye is going to be when she loses her beloved father. Your words deserve some consideration. Thank you. Well, my silence does come with a bit of price as well. Like I said, I'm investigating and I have a rather hot lead to follow. Arya has a very active imagination. I know nothing about any cartel. Don't care at the moment, though. I will be when the galaxy at large is in less danger. I'm investigating what was affecting you down there. You were a lot of things to control, but a wolf god isn't one of them. There was that one place I helped in when Faye was a pup of only a couple years. I remember that one. Remember how we used to sing the hunting song? Oh. What? A wink aside, can you tell me how you and Arya come to find this planet and what you remember leading up to this conversation? Certainly. It would be my honor to help my best friend as best as I am able to do so. So you aren't going to cooperate with arresting you. Well, that day will come someday. I had been working on a special contract for the Institute. I've been working on a new type of anti-epileptic medication to treat those with side effects from some of our other medication, trying to find something rather rare in my theorems, but had been unable to find a... Find a what? Find a... God damn, is there some kind of... script? There are scripts shown. I guess not, okay. A gun of mine said that he'd found a sort of decimate. It's a plant with the right bonfire the all other heights. I need to test my theory on counterbalance. I'm going to go over this conversation with a computer that can tell me what he's saying. I've never ever even heard of decimate. Can you scrap your contact? I'm afraid I'm not very attentive to those sorts of frivolous sort of details. Fashion as well, for I must say I'm quite fond of this headpiece. Weirdo. I'll settle for just species. A freakon, for one with normal wings unlike the ones in the triumph or your navigator. Major Natalie wings are normal. To the contrary, his wings are abnormally huge. I'd estimate they are in the 90% in terms of width. Interesting. I'm afraid the rest of this is quite unremarkable. We arrived on planet, I took an automated shutdown to the planet, the control system failed, and the crash was the last thing I can clearly remember before awakening on your ship. You seem quite up to speed for someone who has been out of it for weeks. Thank you. Arya has been quite the lovely assistant helped me get current with this state of affairs. I'm sorry, Natalie. There's nothing to be sorry about. You're always free to make your own decision that helping others is a good one. It means my suspect is already alerted and tainted. I should have deserted him first chance I got. Do you remember anything about drums? About other voices in your head telling you to do things? No. All of my memories are shrouded in deep caves. I must have had some slight control over myself, however. How do you know? Ori reaches behind the golden bed and pulls out a small purple pouch with a couple of green vines sticking out the top. Tesmit. I must have had enough presence of mind to gather what I was after. Could people still have some semblance of thought and control under the influence, being guided by not control? Do you remember anything else, anything about the ceremonies or what you were trying to do as a wolf god? I wish I could part the fog, but it is too dense to cut. I think that's all for now. I'll be back when I finish up a few more questions about your time there. I wait your call. Do you want to go down and get something to eat? Not now, my little face. Some rest for these old bones is needed. Then the wolf god is mortal? The wolf god acted far too young for the old man he inhabited. I'll bring you back something. Come with me, Arya. Huh? Me? Of course you. But you hate me. I don't want to be hurt anymore. I wish I could hate you back. I don't hate anyone. My heart doesn't have enough working pieces left in it anymore to harbor any hate. If you come with me, maybe I can help find a new path that does lead down a road that leads to pain and hatred and more. Thank. It's alright, sir. Go. You don't need to worry about this old man right now. Thank you, sir. There's one last thing I want to talk to you about. It's Arya, isn't it? Yeah, I've heard her telling Faye her past. That girl has gone through a lot of pain. But you saved her. Why? Is it not enough to be a good person at heart? No? If you must know, she reminded me of Faye. For her, with no hope of the future, she never stopped looking into what she could learn. There is nothing worse in this world than a mind wasted. I took her in as my own, giving her all the tools I could so that she would one day get the chance to make her mark on the universe. Experience is the harshest of teachers, but its lessons the most profound. One daughter protected from the dangers and pains of this world, one who has known nothing but hurt and torment. I wonder which will be the greatest of my legacy. Do you see your family as nothing more than a science experiment? Life is nothing more than an experiment. But this particular experiment has come to an end. I've seen an answer to it, and I dared not try. One that I did not dare trying for fear that neither strong enough to handle it, and all man's folly. Doctor, I want to release your assistant. My assistant? I haven't the foggiest idea what you mean. Arya? Ah, my adopted daughter. Yeah, she's been in private boarding school for years, isolated and alone. What are you talking about? My pilot perished in the shuttle crash. The automated system ring back an abandoned ship that led to a Katajion patrol finding and rescue me. Yeah, I do believe that was how it all happened. But my daughter Arya, my first Faye was visiting her before she went out to find her lost father. Isn't that what you recall happening, Major? Huh? I never would have expected famous false father to be this crafty. I do worry I sheltered her too much. Perhaps I will both awaken and shield her from the pains of life. Do promise you will try to take care of them. They can take care of themselves quite well, sir, but I'll do my best. Good luck, Natalie. I fear the galaxy is getting far more dangerous by the day. Well, obviously it is happening like that. I pull back my chair, bumping the scanner seat behind it. When I someday get my job as a tactician for a fleet, I'm going to ask for both a research station and an office. There is too many possibilities arrayed against me, and these books aren't giving me the answers I need. The upgrades to a shipborne translator did give it a basic understanding and comprehension of Chazari, but the computer on this ship can barely manage the Nimross system. Trying to decipher the individual and often unique scribbles of this predicate book of lore, it's not going well. I'm less than a single page into this, and most of these words mean absolutely nothing. They individually make sense, but zero crustacean wildfire. Love doesn't exactly translate out to something in process. You could just ask Hika to translate it for you, damn it. Maybe I can get Hika in here after some rest and she can translate. The shaman who is fawning over Faye and Turing might be willing to help, even if her language skills are weak. Nah, for now I don't know who I can trust. I guess I'm just going to work slowly on this. Guess who? I feel two arms wrap around me and hold me tight. The tension in my body drags, letting a smile come to my face. You should be resting. Fighting so many dry fighters and flying for that long had to be taxing on you. Very taxing, but what sort of order would I be if I let my scholar stay up late working while I sleep? While I slept? I thought I would say earlier now. You are worried about you always being a scholar and the light in my heart. So cheesy. Hey Nat, do you think we'll stay like this forever? I'd love to stay like this for all my life, but I think at some point your back is going to hurt from holding the post log. Then you're just going to have to buy a taller chair. Maybe, but I think you'd be a lot more comfortable in my bed, holding me tight, and Faye's going to be spending the night in medbay. It's our bed now. I don't want to ever lose this again. I want to lose you to my own stupidity again. And then talk to me. Why don't you trust them to the right thing? Natalie, there's something I have to tell you. You know I'm almost 125 years old, right? Whoa. Your skin is amazing, by the way. Great, grandma. I'll need to know how you did it. 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and 5 and 5 miles of running each day. Okay, not nice, but I know where this is from. On second thought, I'm perfectly happy showing my age. There's nothing wrong with looking older. It means that you survived the trials of life. Most hatchlings never get the chance to worry about how they're going to look when they are elders. Is that why you can trust us? Because we are still young kids in your eyes? No way, not. If anything, you're more mature than I am. Not when I was younger, I was a rising star in Katajion Space Force. It was because I had particular talent, but I got wrapped up in a bunch of crazy battles with the Alti Empire and did some stuff that was super dangerous and stupid. I thought I was epitome of what it meant to be a warrior. When they came to me to found an organization that would be the protectors of the fleet, I jumped on board. Natalie, I was the Saito. I had made your organization that well. My hubris was what allowed others to twist my vision into one that worked for their own self-interests. That's why I was so scared when you handed it over. I knew for certain it was only going to get exploited by those who thought like I did. That the needs of one's self outweigh the needs of the many. But I was the one who only thought in themselves in the end. I stopped believing that maybe there were still some rays of hope and light in that organization. You're that, sir, huh? Commander of the Wings, sorry. Yep, that's me, but you're pretty disappointed to know that's who I once was. But I've changed now. I'm sorry that time to react back then. Well, maybe not. I'm still not the brave warrior I needed to be. First, I find out you played in the City of Emerald Queens. Now I find out you were the legendary Saito commander who once dove from a damaged shuttle to save a crewman who fell out a blast in the hull. Pretty disappointing, huh? I mean, I'm a little disappointed I was in your first mid-air rescue. You broken my poor falling from the sky maiden heart. If you want me, we could try it outside the mirrors once we exit shift. We've never saved someone floating away in space before. The things I do to be your arms. She smiles, but the concern on her lips tells me that she hasn't let the fear of my thoughts about her past go. The past she needs to accept. So really, when I rip out during the brief history lessons of the organization, do you know what I thought? Wow, that supervisor really thought she was making the universe a better place. That she was a failure for her. That she was a hero. That no matter how dangerous she protected those she was tasked to defend, there was no risk too great for a Saito to undertake. But I just stood by as people let themselves forget that, and I started to forget my work as well. Everyone lost focus and I started forgetting that a warrior's duty is to protect the innocent and fight against those who would harm them at any cost. But that's not the duty of a Saito. Not I just made up with you. Please don't argue with me about this one. I've thought myself about it so many sleepless nights in my life. But sorry, that's not what you did. I know. You protect your comrades. You protected those that were tasked to protect the innocent people. You protect the brave Katajions who fought, those who would seek war and destruction of our homelands. I leaned in and grabbed her hands, pulling them and their sad owner close to me. I want her to feel the same thing I can feel strength she gives to me. You're only one Dremon, Zuri. It's when we unite together, when we protect our friends and comrades, that we can make truly great things happen. Not. Some of us aren't ever going to understand it. That's why we can't turn our back. Our duty to protect doesn't end when some of us don't see it. We have to believe others will. When we give up on them, they give up on us, and the innocent suffer. That's why I gave them the crystal, sorry, because I have to believe in the good of people. And what if they turn their backs? Then we unite with those who will. We keep fighting for justice and never stop. Hey, Nat. Yes? I can never figure out if you are a scholar warrior. Giving speeches to raise morale instead of a hearty battle cry is really something scholars do. You could have just said that all the good guys will unite and make the bad guys cooperate to save lives. Sorry, force of habit. But I guess that's why I love it so much. If I can have faith in myself, I'll have faith in you. And together we'll make the universe a better place. Yeah! Woo! Okay, but what I really was interested in is if face surgery went well. No, really, I need that information. Because somehow of all the characters, Faye seems most likable. Anyway, this was Raising Angels Fate's Allegiance. And well, yeah, it's the it's the fourth game from the series. And we've been through all of them now, which is great. I wonder if there will be more. There might be. I mean, there's possibility for continuation, right? Given how the story was shown here. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, that song is pretty good. I think I know it from somewhere, but I really can't get myself to remember what is this song. Exactly, the title and so on, and who freaking sing it. Anyway, let's end it here. Let's end the Rising Angels Fate's Allegiance. I really hope you enjoyed it, at least in a bit part as much as I did, and well, link to the game in the description if you want to play this by yourself. Anyway, I always put it there, in case you didn't know. So yeah, hope you enjoyed and hope to see you in the next game. Bye bye.